or someone that you know uses a debit card or a credit card anywhere, they need to know about this right now. You can see right above my screen that there is something going
Can be
on.
installed.
Listen, watch
All right, now
this.
let's turn to the credit card con targeting Detroit shoppers. Credit card skimmers are a crime that has so many of us on alert right now.
That's right. And tonight we've obtained new surveillance video giving you a first-hand look at just how quickly these devices can be installed, putting your money at risk.
Police say the same alleged thieves installed these skimmers at 3 stores in the city of Detroit.
7 News Detroit reporter Carly Petrus is talking to law enforcement about what you need to look out for and hearing from the store owners and concerned shoppers.
This Save-A-Lot here on Gratiot was one
guys.
of 3 hit by scammers recently. Employees tell me this is the device that was placed over their credit card reader, and it looks almost identical to the real thing. These same 2 guys allegedly installing credit card skimming devices at not just 1, but 2 Save-A-Lot locations in Detroit. They attempted to hit a 3rd store near Connor and Mack, but owner Jamie Abro chased them out.
I know who you are. You need to leave the store. And they acted like they didn't know what I was talking about, and they just started walking out.
He says he was made aware of the 2 suspects by employees who spotted the 2 men at another Save-A-Lot in Detroit.
I did recognize what they look like because of the early videos that came from one of our other stores.
Save-A-Lot employees tell me this is what was secretly slipped onto their credit card machine. It's almost identical to the real thing. And as you can see in the surveillance video from one of the stores, how the suspects slip it on is almost as undetectable as the device itself.
They know what they're doing. They're not new to this game, and they're very smart with how they do it.
Digital forensics expert for the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, Britton Foreman, says they're seeing an increase in crimes like these.
Especially with technology and 3D printers, Amazon. You can go on Amazon and get a skimmer for $80.
This type of scam, a major concern for some shoppers.
I come here all the time, and I want to make sure that I don't get my identity stolen again.
You have to be observant. You know, that's the hardest part, is to be observant.
But there are ways to protect yourself.
If you aren't sure, if you're not aware, grab it. Try to move it. If it comes off, then you know it's a skimmer. If you have a inclination that it looks different, if it feels different, if your card doesn't go in all the way, if it protrudes out, you know, let the store know, let the banks know.
You don't want to look like a crazy person checking every machine.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'd rather look kind of fruity out in the world, making sure that my account's secure and safe, and also making sure that other people are staying safe.
That's right.
The best thing you can do, says Foreman, use tap to pay or cash.
Cash is always king.
Detroit police tell us they're still looking for these 2 men. Employees say they may be driving this blue truck. If you have any information.
Now here's the thing, everyone. Here's the thing. Now, credit card skimming has been out for years. This is nothing new. The problem is, remember, it used to be bulkier, it used to be bigger, right? And so again, let me show you all this just so you all know. One, this is becoming faster, and they're able to install it faster, and it's smaller. But here, let me show you the other ways that they look as well, just so you all know. Okay, just so you all know, if you don't see it like this is the other way it could be. Check this out. When this girl went to 7-Eleven.
Nigel Rattler went to this convenience store to get a snack.
I was just trying to get chips and a bottle of water.
The Texas woman paid with a credit card, but later noticed a bill that should have been $3.22 was $944. The 25-year-old went back to the 7-Eleven near Dallas to figure out what went wrong.
I'm like, hey, something happened with my card. Let me check the machine and see something. And I just literally lifted it up.
Rattler shot this video as she popped off the credit card skimmer, revealing an identical card reader underneath.
She was like, what? You know, I think it surprised her that she actually found one.
Sergeant Tina Malenfant showed us the skimmer. It's made of a replacement cover that was attached to the real card reader with double-sided tape.
This little unit right here that's on it basically allows for the reading, to read your card, store your card information, and allow it to be transmitted to whatever the suspect has, whether it's a cell phone or a computer, and they can just download all your information right there.
Gas pumps used to be the go-to spot for skimming. A single compromised pump can capture information from 30 to 100 cards a day. But now crooks are increasingly seeing the advantage of targeting ATMs and any other point-of-sale device.
It's everywhere. It is everywhere.
Adam Colby investigates financial crimes in Texas.
We are seeing this not just in convenience stores, we're seeing this in grocery stores.
Rattler says in hindsight, the card reader did seem a little weird. It was bulkier than normal and stuck out on one side. Experts say you should also be wary if it's hard to insert your chip card in the slot.
So if you try to insert your card, doesn't work easily, don't swipe it then.
If you feel any resistance as you're sticking a card in there, get it out of there.
This young mother says she spoke out to prevent others from becoming victims and to get her money back.
I can only just wait for the process and hope that everything comes out all right.
Betty Cross.
Listen, guys, it's insane. Now, here's again. I know that skimmers have been out for quite some time, but listen, let's get right into it. Because this is crazy. Now, again, usually it's more noticeable, especially like in that second video. You know, it's much more bulkier. You know, we're able to see like what's going, at least have an idea and say, okay, something's not right here, right? You know, but either way, listen, guys, for those who are just joining us, we're talking about keeping an eye on what's in front of you. Keeping an eye on what's in front of you, especially when you are swiping your card. Okay, you can't. That small device. That's crazy. Okay. Now again, you guys can see in the second video, it was more bulkier as well. Okay, so that's what we were talking about in this video. Now, first off, we get emails, DMs all the time, even in the comments. People say, "Hey, can you help me with my credit? Can you help me improve my credit score? Can you help me go into homeownership?" Yes, we can. Okay. One of the best ways to do so is to join our credit community. And I'm going to show you guys why in a second. Okay. But if you're looking to do anything this year in 2025, or even no matter when your goal is, we can help you just like we help these people right here on your screen. All right. And here, real quick, we're about to jump in the comments here in a hot second. But I want to show you all something. This is a screenshot from someone that's inside of our 850 Club Elites. Okay. And I'm gonna grab the link just in case. No, I just don't want to forget. I do not want to forget to grab the link and put it inside of there. But listen, she originally joined the group. She originally joined the family, okay, to go into home ownership. Okay. Now, usually everyone qualifies for a home in about 90 days or so. Okay. Doesn't matter if you're a 300 or 400 or 500 score, anything like that. Listen, her credit score just went up 55 points. Okay. We're talking in about a month. Okay. So I'm gonna put that link inside the comment section below. But either way, just so I don't forget, but let's go ahead and get right into the comments. By the way, if you all are part of the 850 Club Elite, make sure you all go ahead and put elites inside of the comments. Even if you get a chance and watch the replay, I got some other stuff to wrap up tonight, but I want to make sure I got you guys this information. All right. So R. Lake is in the house, California. Appreciate you being here, sir. All right. And of course, Jamie is in the house. 850 Club Elite member. All right. And by the way, Jamie, be on the lookout for your game plan. We got that done on yesterday. So you should be getting an email on Monday once the team reviews everything. Make sure you're good to go. But either way, again, 850 Club Elite member is in the house. R. Lake says, I use a credit card over a debit card because a credit card is easier to dispute. Most definitely. Credit cards are easier to dispute. So if you do have the option, everyone, be sure to use your credit card more than a debit card, because again, it's most definitely going to be an easier dispute process for sure. Okay. Steven says, are some store employees in on this? I think so. There's no, especially like in that second video where it was so bulky, like you could tell like it was just something wrong. Like that's just too big. Okay. Obviously, something had to be wrong with something like that, right? But you'd be surprised. Sometimes we're in a rush. We're not looking. We're on our phones. We're having a conversation, you know, but the fact that they get like the way that they get installed, there's got to be a way. Okay. Just like, again, there's got to be a way where someone can see this, because especially they got it on camera, but no one's watching the camera live for something like that. But I think it most definitely is. R. Lake says, he says, hell yeah. He says 7-Eleven employees are in on it. I mean, I think so. I mean, granted, dude probably got distracted in that particular video, but you're not supposed to just leave the counter like that. It's like, hey, if you can't see it, I can't help you. I can't leave the front. Okay. But that's just me on that. Jamie says 7-Eleven. She said, okay, then let's. Oh, yeah. 712. Listen, she most definitely got into the group to go into homeownership, 55 points in a short period of time. Again, following the strategy. Everyone's going to have a different strategy as it pertains to improving your credit score because everyone's report is different. Everyone's, amount of accounts is different. Their usage is different. But I'm telling you all, it's okay to ask for help. Listen, if 2025 is your year, put 2025 inside the comments below. This is why we do these types of videos. I want to make sure you're protecting your money. You know what's going on. If something doesn't look right, if it doesn't feel right, if the card does not insert properly, listen, you got to know about this type of stuff. You got to know for sure. Risa is in the house always, as always. Appreciate you for being here, Risa. All right. Vincent says, listen, I use a mobile wallet as much as possible. And listen, for reasons like this, for real. Okay, I feel you on that one for sure. All right. Oriel is in the house. Oriel still looking for these properties out here. Keep us posted, brother. Appreciate you being here, man. Vincent says, these segments now make me wonder if someone installed skimmers on the payment terminals in the back at the sit-down restaurants. Let me tell you something. Now, luckily, a lot of them have like those little things that they kind of carry with them. But here's the thing. Anything can be duplicated or hacked or like manipulated. Because to be honest with you, those skimmer covers, it's just plastic. So a lot of those places that sell them or resell them, they're just terminals. So it doesn't take much for them to reroute it. Like all it takes is someone on the back end to say, this is what you got to do. Okay. There's always someone that knows the technology that's inside of those things. And so like Vincent said, it makes you think, especially like when you're at a restaurant, commonplace where you give someone your debit card and they just disappear. Excuse me, they're gone for 5, 10, 15 minutes, right? And you're just hoping for the best in a situation like that. But I wouldn't put it past certain people. Now, granted, you can kind of backtrack and say, okay, everything was good up until then, especially like in that second video where she said, hey, listen, I swiped for $3 or $4, not 900 and some dollars. Luckily, it was in the account, So again, man, it's crazy. It makes you think about that for sure. Asia says, listen, 2025 is her year. What are some goals that you all are looking to accomplish in this year, 2025? Okay. We want to make sure that we're bringing you the content that you need. Okay. Now, for those of you who are still here, we talked about skimmers and such, but now I'm getting into your goals. I care about your goals. Okay. What are some things that you all are looking to do, looking to accomplish in 2025? Let me know inside the comments below. Are you looking to go from renting to home ownership, or are you looking to rent in a certain area? There's nothing wrong with that, right? Improve your credit score overall, lower your car payment, get business funding. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we're giving you all the content. Now, of course, we're always going to have credit content, and that's never going to stop. But I got to make sure you all know about these things because, you never know. People are listen, we got to protect the money. We got to protect the money. There are people out here trying to get your money. Okay. So I can't keep up with everything, but some things people think, oh, they're not doing that anymore. No, this just happened. This literally, what y'all just saw, this just happened like a week ago. Okay. So again, and there's, again, don't forget, they're selling these devices on Amazon. I mean, almost anything can be sold on Amazon at this point. It's crazy. Okay. Risa says 2025 is her year. Jamie says with that 712, she's going to buy a building next. She most definitely can. Let's talk about that. Right. Shout out to Elizabeth. I know she'll be in here in a little bit, probably later on in the comments section. So I wish she was in here now. We can give her a big congratulations for sure. But listen, I know she originally got involved in the group to go into home ownership. It was a goal of hers. And of course, she wanted to improve her credit score. But listen, you're not alone. There are a lot of people that want to improve their credit scores. They don't know. They don't know the right strategy. Yet you may have credit card debt. You may have collections. You may have charge-off accounts. You may have repossessions. You may have evictions. You may have child support, whatever that is, you can build around it. Everything does not have to get removed from your credit report to go into homeownership. Let me repeat that again, or not just homeownership, whatever that goal is. Things do not have to be removed from your credit report in order to accomplish your credit goals. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. There may be a certain score that banks are looking for, but we can get there. Okay. We can show recent history. We can get there. You are not alone. Do not try to do this by yourself. You don't have to. Okay. You don't have to try to do this stuff by yourself. Okay. But either way, just want to make sure you guys knew that. And Gillian says, listen, 2025 is my year. All right. That's for sure. Jamie says goals must get to 700, buy a quadruplex or a triplex to get me some cash flow. I know that's right. And listen, we are most definitely going to be there, Jamie. That's for sure. Wait till you get your game plan. Okay. Wait till you get that. Okay. And, but it's most definitely doable. We most definitely got to, put our heads down. And this is for everybody listening in. Listen, it's possible. I don't want you to feel like you're by yourself, because you're not by yourself. Okay. You're not by yourself. Jamie says 2025 is her year. All right. Risa says, I'm looking to accomplish my credit score by November. I'm looking to accomplish my credit score that she's trying to get. So she's trying to improve her credit score. And November will be my month to purchase my townhome. That's right, Risa. Now, you do know, Risa, we can get you there faster. Okay. So we can get you there faster. So as we're going to be adding some segments into inside the community. So inside the classroom section, I'm still working on it right now to make it super easy to understand. So I'm going to be adding some score segments. And that's essentially where you say, okay, it's going to show in there, if your credit score is between 300 to 500, do this. If your credit score is between 500 to 600, do this. If your credit score is between 600 to 700, do this. If you're trying to get to 850, do this. Okay. That way you just click what you're trying to do. Okay. You're trying to lower your car payment, click here. You're trying to get business funding, click here. And it's going to literally walk step 1, step 2, step 3. And then we're going live every single week. Okay. We're going live every Wednesday morning. Now, of course, that time may change. We're also going live in the evening times during the week. That time may change as well. But we will always make sure you all have those opportunities to get those questions answered. And we're going to go deeper. What do I mean by that? There are things that I don't know, but there are things that I have friends in the industry that know more than I do about specific topics. And when we bring those people inside the community, that's your opportunity, members, to get those questions answered. Okay. And so either way, it's about to get real fun. We got some stuff we're cooking up right now. Okay. Risa says, I'm ready right now. She says, I'm ready. All right. Brittany says, you're always dropping good info. Appreciate you being here, Brittany. All right. And again, let me know, my team. We try our best to keep up with the comments. Let us know what are some things you all are looking to learn this year. What are some things that either we haven't done a video on, or we've done a video on in the past? You want us to redo a video? We always look at what old videos you all are watching. One of the videos that people watch from back in the day is what to do if you co-signed on something and what your options are. So a lot of people I see people kind of rewatching that. But either way, saying that because I'm laughing because there was a comment with this guy. He had co-signed for his girlfriend at the time, and now she ain't answering the phone. And he co-signed for her to get a car. So, man, it can get crazy out there, man. It can get crazy out there. But either way, let us know what you're looking to accomplish this year so we can keep bringing you all the videos that you're looking to do. Okay. I mean, that you're looking to get information from. But again, check this out. 55 points, guys. That's not bad at all. Okay. Matter of fact, let me move myself to the top right here. I'm going to make sure y'all can see this QR code here. But again, look at this. 712 is now the score. 55 points, guys. Okay. Again, she is inside of the community and she is an avid listener. Okay. She's on top of it, just like Jamie is. Everybody is like Risa. Again, credit takes a little time, but not a lot of time, right? You should be seeing some type of progress in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months. Listen, this is what we do here. I'm telling you, this is what we do here, right? And here's the thing too. We're not doing anything illegal. Let me start there. You know how many people are doing stuff that's illegal? Like they just straight up committing fraud. We're not going to talk about that, right? I'm telling you, the way we do things is the right way. the right way to improve your score. Nobody can take it from you. If you go the shortcut, you got to keep doing the shortcut, right? But this is the right way to improve your credit score, but not just improving the score. What are we going to do with this score? Are we going to buy property? Are we going to buy rental properties and get some cash flow coming in? Are we going to start that business? Are we going to get money for your business? Are we going to expand that business? I talked to a contractor today. My wife and I went to dinner, and here's what happened. Let me show y'all this. It's a true story, true story. We come out the restaurant. I'm wearing my 850 hat. For those who don't know, I'm wearing my 850 hat. Okay, you guys can barely see that because I'm like right up in here. But anyway, wearing my 850 Club hat. And I was thinking, and by the way, I have been stopped a couple times, not a lot, in Chicago. I'm not a celebrity, trust me. But I have been stopped in Chicago before. Like, man, I watched the YouTube channel. This is, but a lot of people don't know about the channel. So he's like, man, what's the 850 Club all about? I'm glad you asked. And I pulled up the YouTube and I was like, hey, we do a lot of videos helping people improve their credit scores. He says, man, I'm a contractor and I want to know how I can get money so I can start essentially, instead of doing like, he wants to get money to start doing some more things with his business. And I said, listen, I talk to a lot of contractors. I help a lot of contractors get money to, instead of always doing side jobs, you can start flipping an entire house. So instead of just waiting to get, hey, somebody wants you to do the floor, somebody wants you to do a kitchen, somebody wants you to do a bathroom, you're doing an entire house. It's more profit, but that takes more money, right? Up front. And so again, we had that conversation real quick. And so again, everyone has a goal. And what I'm noticing is that a lot of people's goals, it involves having money, right? And it's okay. Listen, it's okay to use OPM. Who knows what OPM is? Y'all should know by now. We are in our 30s watching this. We're in our 40s. We're in our 50s. We're in our 60s and beyond. Y'all should know what OPM is. For those who don't know, somebody put the answer in the comments. What is OPM? What is OPM? And if you don't know, it's okay. This is a learning environment. It's a learning environment. But what is OPM? Somebody put that in the comments. And if you don't know, I'm going to teach you. It's called other people's money. What's other people's money? Now, it can be other people's money. Like, there you go, Gillian, right? She already know. She already know what OPM is. Shout out to you, Gillian. Appreciate you being here. So now, again, other people's money. What is other people's money, right? Jamie knows what it is. She says more house, more money, okay? OPM, other people's money. Now, how do you get other people's money? You got to qualify for it. You can borrow money from the bank. The American banking system, they have hundreds of dollars. They have thousands of dollars. They have hundreds of thousands of dollars. They have millions of dollars. Banks make money off of interest as well as other things. But one of their number one money makers is interest. They want you to borrow what? Their money. They don't care what you're going to do with it. You say, I'm going to use it for this. I'm going to use it for this. Again, they want you to use it. The only reason why people don't use OPM is because they don't qualify for it. Now, you could use OPM to buy the home. You could use OPM to buy the multi-unit. You could use OPM to strengthen your business. Everything doesn't have to be saved and bootstrapped if you don't want it to. Okay. And it's nothing wrong if you want it to. But I'm just saying that it's nothing wrong with using OPM. Right. So again, these types of things play a major role in your future. Okay. You're not too old to do this stuff. I don't care how old you are. Listen, we have goals too. And this is the year that we say, okay, step 1, then check that off. Check step 2, then check that off. We are open books. So what I mean by that is like, hey, listen, if someone just has success doing something, we're going to make sure you know how to do it. Not just improving the credit score. That's honestly the easy part. It's more so saying, what are we going to do with that score? I created a game plan the other day this week for someone. They had a lower credit score, probably like in the 500s or something. And they had gotten an auto loan. But this was like before they talked to me. And when I did the game plan, they were already in the high 600s. I said in the game plan, you do know, based on how long you've had your auto loan, you can now lower your car payment. That car payment was like over $1,000 a month. And with where their score was, they could easily drop that down to at least $600-700 a month. They was like, man, you know what I could do with an extra $300 a month? Yeah, I know. So again, but they did. We don't know what we don't know. Okay. Listen, some of you all, the reason why you are right now where you are in your life is because you keep telling yourself you have the answers. Sometimes you don't have the answer, and not in a bad way. It's like, hey, I didn't know that. It's okay to say I didn't know that, right? Listen, there are a lot of people that don't want you to win. There are a lot of people that gatekeep, they hold information from you. They don't want you to know how to do certain things. That's not how we do things at 850 Club. Our success is your success. This right here in front of your screen, this is success. This is success. This is what we do this for. But now that's just step one. See, most people, they say, hey, listen, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you try to get your credit score up. You do your thing, whatever, right? No, this is just step one. Elizabeth knows this is just step one. Now we finna go get this building. Now we're about to go get this property. Now we're about to go start the pre-approval process. Now we're about to go start looking to see what properties cost in certain areas. Now we're about to see how much buying power we can get. Now we're about to go see, hey, listen, if you want to rent this out, how much rent can we get per month? That's what we're about to do. Y'all hear this? Okay. This is what it's all about. All right. Here, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Jamie says, I watched the video you did on alternative credit unions other than Navy Federal. It was good. Oh, yeah. We got a lot. You know, it's crazy. I didn't even realize, like, every time I log into YouTube, I'm like, man, we have so many videos because everybody's in a different situation and people have different questions. So I'm always looking at the comments and the team is looking at the comments. And we get like 150 comments a day, so we can't keep up. But we look at certain questions that people have and we just add it to the schedule. Okay. So trust me, eventually, if you have a credit question, eventually it's going to get answered by one of these videos. And if it's something I don't know, then we'll find the right people to get those answered as well, too. So appreciate you always watching that information. Ethel says, do you have the software to send a dispute to the credit bureau? So we are fixing our software. It'll be up soon. So we'll keep you all posted. But you can join the Elite for now and do it manually. And of course, you can still get similar results as well. Okay. Gillian says the bank is where you get the money from. Okay. Jamie says loans, grants, banks, investors. That's where you get the money from. OPM, other people's money. RLA says OPM, is it like using credit to build wealth? Absolutely. In a sense, you know, because see, here's the thing. This is why people come to America. This is why people fight. People are risking their lives to get here. Do you know why? Because of the American dream. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of drama. We got our drama too. But I'm telling you, listen, the drama we deal with, sometimes we would still choose this drama versus somewhere else, right? And I'm saying that to say that's where it's like, okay, you know what? There's a vacant lot next to this up and coming area. What could I do with that vacant lot? Can I buy this property? Can I buy this building? Or it's like, hey, I want to invest in something, but I don't have the cash liquid right now. Now, don't get me wrong. You can ask for investors. You can ask your friends, but the bank always has money. And people don't understand there's a difference between good debt and bad debt, right? And for those who don't know, that comes from Robert Kiyosaki. Man, we going too deep tonight. We can't go that deep. Can't go that deep. Jamie says, we don't have the time to save as inflation continues. By the time you save 50,000, you could have made 300,000. 100%. 100%. 100%. Because you're saving liquid money. And by the time that even gets to anything, the value, it's say 50,000, but is it worth it the same way anymore? It's just not. It's just not. Steven knows what we're talking about. Other people's money. Brittany says facts. That's why we're here. This is why we are here. Patricia says, listen, this is my goal. Improve my overall credit score to 700 or above and make a loan to purchase land. Y'all better get some of this land. Y'all see what Cat Williams just did. Y'all don't know. Listen, Cat Williams just bought an old building. It's been sitting there for a while. And now he's making his movie. Well, not movie production, but content production. See, people just can't say movies no more because everything's not going to be a movie. But either way, that's set on land that was owned by the I think the county or the state, the city that he's in. I mean, the city that he bought it from. So again, people do want property. They do want land. I'm telling you, but it's about what you do with it. Okay. Jamie says it's okay to say I didn't know. Absolutely. We have to think about, and here, I'm gonna be wrapping up soon. Think about, when did you learn the most in your life? It's usually when you were in school. You were in school Monday through Friday. Think about this for a second. You were in school and it was Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to like 3 p.m. You had a little break. You had a little break in between classes, but you had about 6 hours of learning 5 days a week. That means you spent 30 hours a week learning something. We got out of that. Some of us went to college. Some of us went beyond that and then got the masters, got the doctorates. But then after that, we stopped. And not only that, most of us just learned formal education. And I'm not knocking formal education, but you got to learn retirement. No, they don't teach retirement in school. My wife says, listen, we got to learn more about this stuff, because who else is going to teach you? You got to learn about saving. You got to learn about investing. You got to learn about what to do with these types of things. And that's just the money side of things, right? You got to learn business. You got to learn how to do better at your job, how to work your way up at the company. How can you get profit sharing at the company you work at? You got to become worth more, right? So you can't just ask for more. You got to become what, class? You got to become worth more. How much more worth are you going to become in 2025? Are you going to grab that book? Listen, how much does it cost for a library card in your local area, at your local library? Library cards are free, full of books, full of information. And don't get me wrong, sometimes when I read, I fall asleep. So I listen to audiobooks. But that videos, listen, you have to, I get we want to binge the stuff on Netflix. I get it. I like watching stuff too. But I also make time for business. And do stuff get boring? Yes, it gets boring. But guess what? You take a break and you circle back. School was boring, but I had to learn certain things. Listen, we got to become students again, right? You got to force yourself. It's discipline, it's focus. And you can still watch the game. Listen, you can still be with your friends. You can still go do some stuff, but you got to make time for the other stuff too. Because life isn't just learning. Life is also applying what you learned. Implementation. We talked about this. What's 2 things we're going to focus on this year in 2025? What's those 2 things? Put it inside the comments. I know y'all watching. Information and execution. That's what this year is all about. We're going to learn the information and we're going to execute what you learn. How fast can you all execute the stuff that we put in the videos? You see how the community is going. The community is like, hey, this is what we're doing. And then check this out. You know what's so great about the community? Elizabeth said, look, she didn't just say, look at me. See, on social media, people say, look at my new score. And that's it. Or some people say, look at my new car, look at my new house. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in the community, when you're in a tight-knit, when you're in a tight-knit community, she said she was open. She says, this is what I did. I opened up. I'm not going to tell you. You got to be in the community. Okay. But she said, I did 2 things. Elizabeth said she did 2 things that got her 55 points in about 30 days or less. She put that inside the community. If you join the community for 1 month and you left, and that's all you left with, that's full of value. Right? Because in the community, they'll say, hey, what did you do? What did you do to lower your car payment? What did you do to get funding for your business? We just got someone $30,000 for their business. They only needed 10. I'm sorry. They thought that they were only going to qualify for about 10 to 12,000. They ended up qualifying for $30,000 for their business. They're inside of the 850 Club Elite. Y'all not hearing me. Say, well, Calvin, you just trying to just push something. No, I'm just letting you know you're not by yourself. You're not by yourself. So, and if I'm bragging on the community. I'm bragging on the clients. I'm bragging on people's success. I'm bragging on somebody just did what you say you want to do. You say you want to improve your credit score. Somebody just did that. And they said what they did. Somebody you say you want funding for your business. Sounds good. Somebody just did that. What did they do? Right? And so we're giving you all of that because we're going to take you from Hey, I don't have the information. I would execute, but I don't have the information. Not a problem. Let's put you in position. Let's go ahead and teach you what you need to know. Then you put it on your calendar and say, I'm going to execute this. It means nothing. We've been said, hey, do X, then do Y, then do Z. And then people just say, okay, I'm going to get to it. In the community, every week we have an accountability call. We are holding you accountable. We're saying, hey, listen, Elite, am I lying? I'm telling y'all. Every week we say, hey, did you do your, everyone has a homework assignment between now and the homework is due at the end of February. They have homework to do. Now, do we have busy lives? Yes. Do we have kids? Yes. But you need a workout partner. Okay. You need someone to say, hey, what's the update? I'm just asking for an update. I'm not saying you didn't do it. I'm saying hey, how are we looking? Right? How are we looking? How are you looking? Are you just going to keep watching videos? That's fine. Let's start implementing this stuff, okay? Let's start implementation. It's called implementation. That's what it's all about. All right. Succeeding in 2 says, good evening, everyone. Appreciate you being here. Jamie says, hey, what's going on? All right. Listen. Oh, they having a whole conversation. Look at that. Ethel says, they dropped my score to 300 to 400s. Ethel, we got you. You're not by yourself. Now, check this out, Ethel. You can go back and watch some older videos. You most definitely can. You got to execute it, though. You got to watch the information. You got to execute it. But if you want us to hold your hand, we got you. You're not by yourself. You got to know what you got to do. You got to get into the community. You know what you got to do. Anyway, let me put that link back in there. It's back in the chat. So make sure y'all see it. All right. So Succeeding in 2 says, me too, loving these gems. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm here picking up these gems. All right. Absolutely. Benny says, best place to borrow $50,000 from. Good and bad credit. Trying to help a family save a home. Dad has good credit. Mom does not. And if I generalize it, you talking about taking out a personal loan. Most personal loans are going to have you at about 40,000, 50,000, something like that. That's the general answer. But in order for me to give him an accurate answer, like I need to see his credit profile. We got a call coming up on Wednesday morning. He needs to join the community, or if he doesn't want to wait that long, he can get a custom game plan this weekend. And then we can have a game plan back to him probably by Wednesday, something like that. So again, if he wants that strategy, other than that, it's going to be a personal loan. That's about the general. And then I don't know if he's going to qualify, but if his credit is good, that should be fine. That's a general answer. But to kind of get more options, I got to see what that is. Because sometimes people will apply and they may have, sometimes you have the score and you apply and you get denied, but you don't know why you got denied. Or worse, the bank gives you a horrible reason on why you got denied because the computer really don't give you an answer. Brittany says, listen, a library card is free. Risa says, I'm trying to purchase family land, which just got turned over to the state because a family member stopped paying taxes on it. Woo! I literally have a client going through this right now. I'll give y'all the story. The husband bought 7 properties over his lifetime, left it to his family. He passed away. The family owns all the 7 properties. No, wait, I'm sorry. They own about 4 of the 7, and 3 of them are essentially just got lost by the state. That happens a lot in the Black community. I know we got different races that watch this, of course, and y'all know me. You know, hey, I like everybody. But in the Black community, that's a huge problem. Huge. And again, we got to move quicker, man. We got to move quicker. We got to act like, you know how y'all know how we do it when it's prom season. We got to move that quick. Y'all know how we are when we go to church. We got to move that quick. Y'all know how we are when we going on vacation. We got to move that quick. You know how we are when it's time to go Christmas shopping. We got to move that quick. When you got the property, I ain't gonna listen. Trying to get all the information I need. You know we got you, Risa. You know we got you. Succeeding 2 says, I have only turned on my television on twice in the last 3 months. I just got back to my reading. I'm currently reading 3 books. I do 25 pages. Dang. I'm about to listen. Okay, we got a speed reader up in here. I'm about to give you some stuff to read and tell me what you saw. Oh, Sharonda's in the house. Elite is in the building. Elite is in the building. Listen, Jamie says accountability every week. Okay. Listen, Ethel says, isn't Trump and Musk trying to prevent us from borrowing money? You know what? They won't touch too much stuff that has to do with banking. I'll give you that because they know the banks need to let people borrow money. They're doing some other stuff that's kind of shaking up some stuff. That's just regular, no, honest opinion. But at the same time, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they're gonna really do too much on the money side of things. So honestly, all we gotta do is we just gotta qualify. We gotta focus on qualifying. The faster we qualify, the faster we can get access to it. Okay, that's for sure. Gillian says, awesome gems. Appreciate you being here. And the Season 2 says, I saw on YouTube a couple that purchased an old school. I think my wife just watched that. She just watched that. I don't know if y'all watched that video. It was a couple that bought like an old like school building and they turned it into their house. Crazy. Guess what though? You got to have money for that. Now that they have liquid, I didn't watch the video, but I don't know if they saved up all the money or if they qualify for some of it, whatever. But again, you got to be in position. You got to be in position. Got to be in position. Ethel says, I've got the land, but I'm trying to get money to build on it. We could do that, Ethel. We could do that. We just got to meet the qualifications. We got to get you in position. That way you can borrow money and it can be in your name or it can be in a business name. The bank is ready to give you the money. The bank is ready to give you the money. I just talked to a guy. He builds homes. He's a new construction builder. And he's like, man, people just don't know. All I need access to is their land. And I can build the house. Now, granted, he's in Illinois. But listen, there are people out here that are filling these blanks. Okay. But you got to network. We got to network. You got to get these questions answered. You got to get questions answered based on your situation right now. Okay. I try to make these videos fast. But again, if a person, think about it like this. If a person has 15 questions and I make 15 videos, then I'm not dropping 15 videos in a day. That's going to be stressed out. But can you ask me 15 questions in one session? Yeah. Listen, on February, was that the 27th? We got our next masterclass. We answered probably about 20 something questions the other night. 20 questions. And not only that, people were able to learn from a question that somebody else had because they're at a different stage in their credit journey. Are you guys listening to me? So that means if you're in the 300s, 400s, 500s, you're going to ask questions based on where you are. But someone that used to be where you are, they're now in the 700s they're doing something with their credit right now, right? And they're asking different types of questions. And so you're learning from those questions or essentially those answers from questions you didn't even know you had because you're not there yet. That's what, again, you are who you hang around. Here's the question of the day. Who are you hanging around? Who are you hanging around? Seceding 2 says accountability is necessary. And Seceding 2 says, yes, they use cash and they did a lot of the work themselves. They negotiate with the contractors. Yeah, that's a bit much. I'm finna listen. I get it. You can do that. But listen, you can, and that's one option. But you most definitely could borrow this money. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold you all up any longer. All right, make sure thank you all so much for watching. As always, greatly appreciate you all being here. And if you all don't do anything else tonight, make sure you all like, share, and subscribe.